Season 1, Episode 4, or Tree Trunks, was definitely interesting to say the least. The episode begins with Finn and Jake messing around outside of TT's house, just cutting up apples and whatnot. And after Tree Trunks invites them in to have an apple pie, there is a small gag here made where one fly lands on her pie and she immediately throws it away. There's this whole dramatic scene built up, and it's not really funny, but it's not disappointing either. It's neutral, so not a title that's the best, but not the worst either. Moving on from there, Tree Trunks has a spare apple pie that Finn and Jake gorge down really fast. Afterwards, Tree Trunks brings up this thing about a crystal apple being located in the dark, evil forest. For the time being, we'll just call it dark forest, as adding evil in there doesn't make sense if it's already a dark forest, okay? Aside from that, I'm surprised that Tree Trunks even knows about a crystal apple being located in a dark forest, just because she's very innocent as a character. So to see her know something like this is a little bit baffling to the mind, but nonetheless, it's the premise to the episode, so let's just go along with it. The episode proceeds with Finn, Jake, and Tree Trunks being in the dark forest. They proceed a little bit, but then they step on this monster. This monster turns out to be some type of flesh thing. At first they don't realize that, so their suspicions aren't there. But afterwards, Finn has to fight this thing, and Tree Trunks just puts stickers on it, which really shapes what type of character she is. She's nothing but innocent, really. But, yeah, carrying on. After Finn simply cuts a hand from that wall of flesh monster and it retreats, he has to stop and question, why did Tree Trunks put stickers on that thing? To me, again, it totally shapes her, so I don't have a problem with this at all. Afterwards, she gets distracted by this skeleton hybrid butterfly thing and just walks away. Finn gets immediately concerned about her well-being. He realizes that she doesn't have experience with adventures at all. So to me, his concerning behavior makes total sense. Tree Trunks feels reassured that Finn's so forgiving to her, and now they're both happy. But out of nowhere, this tentacle pink-looking thing comes out and is to ruin their day. Jake decides for Finn to fight off that thing, and he gives it a go. But then, he's having trouble with the fight. Jake isn't worried about him at all, but Tree Trunks is. But her suggestion is totally whack, okay? Finn previously called her a top-notch adventurer to make her feel less bad about him getting beaten up. Here's the thing. Her solution to Finn about to get beat at this moment in the episode is to, are you ready? Seduce him. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Seduce him. Not whack him with your trunk, but nah. Seduce him. Excuse me? That's a bit much for a kid's show. Even for someone my age. I'll have you know, I'm almost 15 years old, and I do not approve of this. Not at this early in the series, even. At the beginning of the series, I can tell, or at least I think they were trying to direct it towards kids more than anything. But seduce? This is episode 4! I'm gonna rant about this comment for a while, so let's just drop it while we still can. After she literally smacks on makeup to seduce this thing, it's just a weird scene that follows up. She's hopping around. She's just looking like something I'm not willing to say on this channel. Or in front of anyone, really. It's just a little bit much, honestly. That's all I can say. The gag that follows is just a little bit... It rubs me the wrong way. I don't even have much words to express it. But Jake was supposed to protect Tree Trunks. What instead happened? He got kissed like 10 times, honestly. And you could see him just kind of whirling around, just happy about it. It's just a little bit disturbing. Jake finally snaps out of it and assists Finn, and they are able to successfully kill the monster. However, Finn is peeved right to the most angry spot of impossible. He snaps at Tree Trunks. He does not want the burden of knowing that something bad has happened to her because she decided to do something stupid. He's not ready for that. In fact, Jake even states at this point in the series he's only 12 years old. But what I'm saying is, it's totally understandable, and what happens really doesn't shock anyone. Tree Trunks cries and just goes away and says, "Don't follow me." And she reminds me of a character, and this character I don't like. If you watched my second last review, you'd realize that's Lumpy Space Princess. Yeah. While Tree Trunks is gone, she actually discovers the crystal apple and calls over the two boys. They arrive and they're shocked to see that she found it. However, what comes next is crystal guardians. But it's almost like a mirror, so it's actually an interesting battle. Some of the strategies they have to use to defeat them is very interesting. The crystal guardians catch a glimpse of Tree Trunks dancing around these dead butterflies and copies her instead. Finn tries to take advantage of this moment but fails. I did say that the strategy they used was definitely cool, but at the same time, it's nightmare fuel. They slap on makeup and Finn looks like a dead guy. Honestly, it's a little bit disturbing. But Jake, with his hopefully intelligent brain, decides to basically purposely make the Crystal Guardians mock them permission in order to get the Crystal Apple. The episode ends with Tree Trunks just staring and combustion. Overall, Tree Trunks was a good episode. Nothing great, though. Not like Prisoners of Love. I'd still say that's the best one so far. But it was still a decent episode. I'd say it's probably just behind Slumber Party Panic. But that's okay. Still not a bad episode.